Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and in today's video we got a lot of updates happening for World of Warcraft, one of the bigger ones being a possible level 120 boost coming in very soon. And a lot more information for us to talk about. I want to dive into some of the news that I missed out over the last week and discuss it in detail here. So let's get into the video. Before we dive into the big news, first of all, patch 8.2.5 has gotten us some bad news, especially when it comes to the Worgen and the Goblin models. Now, Blizzard recently mentioned in a blue post, "Hello, I can confirm that 8.2.5 does not include any new Heritage Armor quest lines." A while ago when Blizzard talked about patch 8.2 and 8.2.5, they brought up the Worgen and the Goblin. The model updates was big enough, but then Blizzard decided to add a little bit extra spice to it by also mentioning that they will come with their own Heritage Armor in patch 8.2.5. We have a screenshot post that talks about an interview that somebody over at Blizzard did, where they mentioned shortly after Rise of Azara, you'll see there are two races that haven't been updated. They'll have new Heritage Armor with that as well. Now, this isn't the biggest issue. There is no issue about Heritage Armor not being there, except for players having some built-up expectation and then not being able to deliver. But I feel like the fact that they are not bringing in patch 8.2.5 Heritage Armor for the Goblin and the Worgen, which I feel like would have been perfect. Not only a brand new update, but also a short storyline for anybody who's been a Worgen and a Goblin main in order to get them that specific, unique Heritage Armor. It also begs to differ what it might even look like. I think it would have been the best way to get people to want to check out Worgen and Goblin and maybe even level one since the new models came out. So it looks like the Heritage Armor for these two is going to be delayed. This does open up a question. Why did they talk about adding Heritage Armor and then they mentioned in the blue post that there's nothing about their Heritage Armor being in patch 8.2.5? Maybe the Heritage Armor is meant to come in for later, so that could be one possibility. The second possibility would be that 8.2.5 Heritage Armor for Goblins and Worgen was originally on the table, and then Blizzard had to shelve it. Whether something else came up that they have to work on, or maybe other projects are going to be in development. I got two theories behind why it could have been shelved. One of them would be Blizzard working on a potential fix for maybe alt unfriendliness that comes with the essence system. A lot of people complain that it's not all that fun getting the same essences rank 1 to anyone rank 3 for all of your alts all over again, whether they are rep based or unlock based like the Battleground one, or even dungeon and raid based. So maybe Blizzard took the time out of developing that Heritage Armor for Goblin and Worgen in order to address that issue. But it also could be maybe Blizzard is working on a much bigger project, like a potential new expansion coming in for World of Warcraft, which would give us only a few patches for BFA, but really Blizzard just maybe trying to get us into the new expansion and learn from the mistakes that BFA have happened. Those are a bunch of speculations. I would like to hear what are you guys' thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, apparently in the World of Warcraft future PTR files, there's a few things that were, I guess, worth discussing. First of all, there's this screenshot of what Wowhead was able to recover, some of the different names or some of the different titles that are being added in future patches. Get Cavern of Time Anniversary, 8.2.5 WoW Anniversary Caverns of Time, which obviously has to do with the 15th anniversary event. You also have a Gilneas 2, which could be anything, whatever Gilneas 2 means. Gilneas Emberstone Village Graveyard. Now, this could be anything. This could either be a potential new warfront in the Gilnean lands. Maybe Sylvanas decide to attack Gen Greymane directly, which would be a very interesting scene for another warfront. Could be a brand new battleground that has to do with another area of Gilneas being under use. Like, I would love for a Gilneas inside the city type of battle. But this could be honestly anything. So it's up to anyone's speculations. Maybe we'll find out more info in a little bit. You also have Kultira's Alliance Character Boost 120, BFA Borealis, and Zandalar Horde Character Boost 120. I don't know what the Zandalar or the Kultira is supposed to represent, but it does seem like a 120 character boost is on the way. Maybe this is going to be the answer to Blizzard's issue of Essence and Alts, just help people boost their alts to 120. But with 120 boosts, it does signify that a potential future expansion could be on the horizon. Could Blizzard actually be cutting BFA short and unleashing a brand new expansion during this year's BlizzCon with a character boost on the day of BlizzCon as well, for everybody to start getting prepared for the future expansion? I guess only time will tell. Recruiter Friend is also coming back, so if you and your friends are coming back to the game, or maybe one of your friends is trying to get back into the game and they're not going to be playing Classic WoW but rather BFA, which would be I guess an interesting choice since so many people are hyped for Classic, but in case for any reason your friends want to come back to BFA, we got a couple screenshots of the Recruiter Friend system. Recruiter Friend is going to be adding a brand new mount as well as a transmog. I don't know if the transmog is for your friend who's getting recruited or for you, but the mount is something, I guess, that the person recruiting the friend will be able to ride. We got a couple more screenshots of some of the UI elements, so of course Blizzard is preparing for all this stuff. It does look like this is going to be more patch 8.2.5 questing together type of systems, the party thing that we talked about before. And it does seem like there is an actual transmog to come with this, for this like explorer's outfit. It looks pretty cool, and it does look like it has some 3D bits that probably look better than what Wowhead is able to offer us. The mount that can also be seen on Wowhead does seem like a two-seater mount. I also like the bunch of little doodads that they decided to add for this mount. It is surprising that they added a non-flying mount, but rather a ground mount, but definitely still something that people might want to collect if they can get a friend or two to join the game. Lastly, we also have some weird nerf happening to patch 8.2.5. This one is just a fresh new nerf, maybe we'll see more about this later. But it looks like Leviathan's Eye of Agility, Leviathan's Eye of Intellect, and Leviathan's Eye of Strength on PTR all saw a nerf, where instead of giving you 120 primary stat, instead giving you only 100 primary stat. Now primary stats like Agility, Intellect, and Strength for most DPS specs are starting to become a lot less viable and useful. So most specs are now suiting up in full-on versatility, critical strike mastery, or haze gems instead, since they offer far more output. The only specs that really utilize Intellect, Agility, and Strength would basically be healers. Healers use Intellect to increase the output and potency of all their heals. Tanks can utilize Agility and Strength to increase the effectiveness of their tanking, but that's really about it. It's a weird nerf, and this gem is not really popular in the auction house to make and sell either. It doesn't sell for a lot at all. Just about everybody has one, but most people started even replacing them. Instead, what I think Blizzard should probably do is buff this gem, but that's just something that's happening in PTR. Not really sure how can I explain this change, but maybe one of you guys will know in the comments why they're nerfing the gems. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.